Hey guys, how's it going? Brian here. We're back with the Frostbite JL, and today the Jeep's going to get a little wider. Let's take a look. Alright, so today we're going to make the Jeep a little bit wider, at least in the rear. What we're going to do is throw on some Spidertrax spacers. We're going to get that rear axle a little wider so we match up our new front Dana 44 out of a Rubicon. Let's take a look. Alright, so as you guys can tell, these are the Spidertrax spacers. These are going to be for the JL or the Grand Cherokee. It's going to be a 5-on-5 1 3/4 inch. And this one's going to be the WHS 024, and I'll put a link for those down below. So let's go ahead and take a look what you get in the box. Alright, so this is what they're going to look like. They're a nice blue color, and they're about 1 3/4 inch like we were saying. They're also hub centric, which is really important when you're getting wheel spacers. You want the wheel to ride on the hub, not on the lugs. So these are really nice. They're made in the US and Colorado, and they're really high strength. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get these on the rear. We'll try to get the same track width out of the rear as we have in the front. So we'll take a look. Alright, so let's take a look at what else you get in the box here. You are going to get some red Loctite. That's good. I got it packed pretty good in here. And then here's going to be all your new low profile lug nuts. These are going to sit in these holes on your factory wheel studs. And then these are going to be the new wheel studs that the wheel mounts to. So these are pretty high quality. Let's go ahead and start getting them on the Jeep. Alright guys, so if you go ahead and take a look down the side here, you can definitely tell the front's poking out quite a bit more. It's 3/4 of an inch to an inch wider than the rear. So we're going to go ahead and add those spacers. Hopefully it makes it look a little more even. We'll get a kind of a more even track width front to rear, and should make it look a little better with these larger Rubicon fenders. So let's go ahead and we'll start tearing into this. Alright guys, so now that we've got the Jeep up on the jack and on a jack stand, we're going to go ahead and pull our lug nuts off. So for mine it's going to be a 22mm and then my wheel lock key. So let's go ahead and get this off and then I'll show you what we're working with. Alright guys, so now that we've got the wheel off, we're going to come in here, we're going to clean up the wheel mounting surface. You want to get all the rust and whatnot off here so we get a nice flat seal with the new wheel spacer. So you can use a wire brush, or I've got a drill with a little wire wheel on there. Let's go ahead and we'll clean this up and then we'll get that new spacer on. Alright guys, now that you got this all cleaned up, we can go ahead and we'll start tearing into our bag of nuts here. And then we'll get ready to get this wheel spacer on. We do want to go ahead and use the red Loctite they provide, and we're going to torque these down to 130 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and get this installed. And if you guys take a look here, this 1 3/4 inch is just long enough to clear those factory wheel studs. So that way we don't have to trim any of those off. If you did go with a smaller size, you would have to cut those. So let's go ahead and we'll get these installed. Alright guys, so now you got that spacer on there, it's time to go ahead and put on the nuts that are provided. You do want to use their red Loctite. You do want to use a healthy amount on there. And then we'll start getting all these threaded on. We'll put on all 5 and then we'll get these torqued down to torque spec. Like I said, it's going to be 130 foot-pounds for these guys. The same as the factory wheels. Alright guys, now that you got those all ahead and snugged up there, we're going to go ahead and snug them down the rest of the way. We'll get these torqued to 130 foot-pounds. You do want to do them in a star pattern similar to your wheels. And then we'll go ahead and throw the wheels back on. We'll see how much width we gained. Alright guys, so get your torque wrench set to 130, and this is going to be the 22 millimeter again. So let's go ahead and we'll get these guys tightened down and we'll throw that wheel back on. Alright, now that those are tight, we can go ahead and get the wheel back on. They do recommend that you come back in and recheck this torque spec at 100 miles. So what you want to do is set it to 120, that way you don't break the Loctite, and then just check them, make sure none of them came loose. Alright guys, so now that we got the tire back on, you can go ahead and take a look. It's definitely wider in the rear. It looks like it might, just be a hair wider than the front, maybe less than an inch or so. But I think it does look a lot better than having the tire sucked underneath the fender as much. So this will look cool. We're also going to be changing out the rear bumper here. So that'll also come out to the end here, and that'll make this look a lot nicer as well. Alright guys, so this is a quick and easy upgrade that anybody can do in their garage. It only takes about 15 minutes aside once you get going. It does make the look of the Jeep a lot more aggressive. I like it. And it's also going to give us some added clearance underneath there in the suspension. We were really close to rubbing the sway bar link from the metal cloak lift. So this will just buy us a little more room there. Alright guys, so I like how it's looking so far. Let's go ahead and throw the other side on real quick and I'll let you know what I think about it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the quick install on our Spidertrax spacers. I think it looks great. Definitely made the Jeep a little wider in the rear. Definitely looks more aggressive. It's an easy install. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like it and comment down below. Try to guess what bumper I'm going to be putting on next. And then go ahead and subscribe. YouTube lets me know how many people are subscribed. Looks like most of you aren't. So if you do like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. It'll help out a lot. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one.